Hey, my lovely tribe members. Tonight I am going to be doing a channeled collective message. So, the message that came to me prior to pulling any cards was I didn't think you loved me. I didn't think you loved me. So, yeah, someone that you were dealing with didn't feel like you loved them. Now, this can't be from your point of view. This could be you feeling this way about another person. But I think that you had tried to show a particular person, someone special to you, how much you care. And you may have had your own style of showing through your own love language, maybe through acts of service, through physical touch, or however way you show love or shown love to a particular person. It just didn't feel like it was enough for them. It felt like they had questioned your motives, your intentions. They questioned whether you were being honest or if it was real. And this is stemming from some sort of past trauma imprint that could have stemmed from a previous lifetime or this present lifetime. They may have been hurt prior to meeting you. So it was just difficult for this person to really believe that you really cared about them. And you did. So we have distance, action, and avoidance. So this is letting me know that this particular person has been very hot and cold. There has been some distance between you guys. All right, because we have retreat and timeout at the bottom of this card here. I think that they're lacking courage when it comes to taking action, and there just has been this avoidance, this stalemate energy. And if you guys were interacting, you may have found that they would be distant or they would be very hot and cold with you. Let's clarify distance, retreat, timeout. Yeah, Four of Swords. Yeah. So typically in the reverse, this is coming out of that energy of being distant, coming out of a timeout, coming out of a period of resting, healing. Yeah, the Four of Swords is definitely a timeout energy, but sometimes it could be presented in the extreme. Sometimes it could be someone not able to kind of come up with a solution. There could be restlessness. There could be sleepless. This person may be not able to really perceive a situation properly here because it's swords. So it's mental. And I was going to say sleepless nights because I do connect this to sleepless nights as well because this represents a bed sometimes because of this typical in the traditional tarot depiction of this card. There's a guy sleeping kind of like in a coffin maybe. Um, there's this energy here of this person wanting to kind of come back together. They don't like the separation. They don't like the distance. They don't like not communicating. So they want to end that. They want to take some action. Now, this avoidance energy could be you. You could be avoiding this person. You could be in this energy of kind of like, okay, I'm going to pull away. I'm going to stop giving. I'm going to stop expressing. I'm going to stop showing love because it just feels like the love that you were giving this person wasn't being received well, or there was always these misunderstandings as it relates to whether someone's intentions were clear, okay, or pure. Um, they didn't feel like you really liked them for whatever reason. Maybe because you would kind of, yeah, Nine of Cups, damn. They have a lot of insecurities, whoever this is. Hey, Sun Kiss. This person has a lot of insecurities. This is why they haven't taken any action. Yeah. Five of Swords. They're very conflicted. There's a stalemate because they can't make up their mind. Two of Cups. So this is what I'm saying. Again, this could be from your point of view. Hey, Miss Taylor, you could be feeling like, okay, this person never made me feel like they really gave a fuck or they really loved me. but it's a perspective. And I think the perspective is skewed, right? Because of emotional baggage. Yeah, it's skewed. I think that there was love, and I think that there was a strong connection, but I think that you both reviewing this connection from the lens of the past. And in the past, there could have been heartbreak, and there could have been disappointments in previous relationships, and there could have been trust issues. Of course, that always comes with heartbreak, right? If in a previous relationship you gave love to someone and it wasn't appreciated or you were taken advantage of, it's hard to kind of completely give that type of energy to a new person, because in the back of your mind you're afraid that it may happen again, that there may be another disappointment, or maybe rejection or abandonment. I feel like there was a triggering when someone went distant, when someone went cold. Now, the reason for someone going cold or being distant is to either gauge how much interest you have in them, and this can come off as a mind game. Like, I'm going to not text them first. How many of you guys have ever been in that position where you didn't want to text the person first? You didn't want to seem thirsty, or you didn't want to seem too eager or desperate. Or there could have been this, I'm not going to text them back right away, right? I'm going to wait. Like, just different strategies that actually were self sabotaging to the relationship, because there was too much overthinking. Text a person. You want to talk to them, text them. But somebody here was, I'm not going to text them. I'm going to go a couple of hours without texting them, or I'm not going to text them today, just to see if they really care, just to see if they're going to text me first. So there's this little, these games that are being played. But it's coming from this perception of not being loved, or not being receiving enough recognition and connection. And I do feel like someone goes cold or distant, or the distance could even be legit. It could be that you're working. It could be that you are busy. You are, doing something, and this person may interpret long periods of time or space between communicating or interacting as avoidance or as being ignored. So you may have someone that's a little bit codependent, who needs constant reassurance. Okay. And again, I could be speaking about you. Yeah, renew an adventure. So you see what I'm saying? It's like this person has a desire to want to come back and make things right, but there is distance between you guys. And this could be physical for some of you guys. There could have been a physical distance because of maybe this person was in a different state, or this person works a lot. They could be a truck driver, they could be stewardess, a pilot. There's something that is creating this distance, or like I said, it could just be because this person is testing you all the time. And unfortunately, these little tests that people play, especially men, because I'm a woman, so I'm going to speak about the tests that men play sometimes. What they'll do is they'll do things like ignore a woman just to kind of see if she's desperate. Or sometimes when a woman is too eager or too clingy or um, too much in the chasing energy, that kind of turns men off. But they'll test them just to see, like, is she the one? Let me say something. Let me say something to her. Let me do something to see how she's going to react. And then they kind of gauged your reaction on whether they want to continue to take the relationship serious, or they just want to keep it as maybe a fling. So there's just some sort of mind game being played here, or was being played, or someone was interpreting your behavior, your words, or your boundaries as mind games. I see here that there was this boundary that was set. What a person, and this person's thinking, oh, she's playing with me, right? She's playing with my emotions, because this person's in the cups in reverse. I think that this person may have wanted to move faster than the other person would have liked. There was a little bit of, I don't want to say pressure, but I think that um, something was moving way too fast, or something was being directed in a particular direction that you weren't comfortable with. So this could be maybe someone was more sexually inclined. Again, love language could be physical touch, and maybe yours isn't. And maybe you interpret that their sexuality or their advances as maybe this person's just interested in a physical relationship. And maybe that wasn't really the case. So there's just this misunderstanding. And we have the masculine coming through. Yeah, he's misunderstanding, or his misunderstanding of the interaction with you. I feel like he's pondering about it because there's a separation between you two. So it feels like he's doing a lot of thinking while you guys have been in this energy of distance, separation with each other, okay? He's not happy about it. He's unfulfilled, yeah. But there's still a telepathic connection between you two. And there is a desire for forgiveness, or maybe this person wants to apologize. You could be the one wanting to apologize to a masculine. But however it resonates with you, there is this energy of a need for forgiveness, or a need to communicate about behaviors that happened in the past, or about a misunderstanding. Um, and it stems from someone's insecurity. Someone here was actually being selfish, and they were abusing um, the other person by ignoring them. Okay, you may have done it, and they may have done it at different times in a relationship, like purposely ignoring another person. Maybe you were angry, maybe you were annoyed. Maybe this person again did it because again they wanted to gauge how much you actually was willing to invest, or to kind of show and prove whether you like them or not. It's very immature. Okay. We have past life soulmate, and we have new beginning. Speaking of chaser, there could have been another person chasing them, or maybe they had the experience of being chased by other women or other men. And maybe you're not that type of person. Maybe you're not a chaser. Maybe you're not as vocal, as communicative. Maybe you don't talk on the phone, or they don't talk on the phone. There's just there's a difference in previous relations versus this relationship. So expectations may have been set, and maybe those expectations weren't met. Maybe you're used to being on the phone with your partner, and this person's just not a phone person. Does that make sense? And it's there's an interpretation of the interaction. So we have third eye. So someone here, so the feminine intuitively, um, I feel like you were trusting your intuition, and you felt like this person was entertaining other people, or you felt like there was interference because of the distance, because they were so cold. We have divine intervention here. Can we get an explanation on divine intervention? Fate. So there was some sort of fated situation, or some sort of tower moment that happened. Okay. Wow. I can't make this up. So this is the energy that's coming through with this distance. Ghosted. Now, this could be that this person was ghosted in the past by another person, or there is a cyclical pattern of being ghosted or ghosting people. I went through a phase where I used to ghost people in the past. I used to cut people off for any little thing. Um, and it wasn't that I took pride in it. I used to ghost people because, again, things that were triggering to me, or maybe they were a little bit aggressive, or maybe they were just annoying, just different reasons, or maybe they just did something too many times, or cut off game strong. So there's this energy here where there's distance, and this triggered somebody because it looks like they may have been ghosted before. You may have been ghosted before, or abandoned is another term that we could use in replace of ghosted, but this is the popular term that we hear all the time. Really, Brian? Um, this is the popular term that we hear all the time. Soul tie. Okay. they're hiding a pregnancy. All right. Some of you guys, promiscuity and lust. Okay. So some of you guys intuitively felt that they were still connecting to somebody else, that they were still dealing with other soulmates, or maybe that this person was just kind of exploring. Um, One second. Okay, sorry about that. So there could have been some sort of clarity about this person. Now, the hiding a pregnancy card could just be, this could be related to any type of pregnancy, maybe not telling you about a previous child, or maybe there's something here related to a pregnancy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that they're hiding it, but there's something that happened through some sort of promiscuous, lustful relationship. Maybe someone got pregnant in the process. Um, and then we have new beginnings. So let's talk about this pregnancy energy. What's going on with this pregnancy? So we do have past life soulmate here. Lessons of Jupiter. That's interesting. And I just saw nostalgia trying to pick up this card. So this is the past. So this is something that happened in the past. Yeah. So see, someone's thinking about something that happened in the past. That's what Spirit is saying to me. And look, I didn't even know this card was behind it, but that's what I got. They're thinking about a person that they were dealing with. So Spirit is saying that they have learned a lesson. Um, so basically, possibly, they may have been dealing with someone that goes to them. They may have had someone lie about a pregnancy, hide a pregnancy, or okay, they was dealing with someone that ghosted you for another person, and that other person was very promiscuous, and that other person ended up getting pregnant by somebody else, or something like that. Okay, that's not going to be everybody's storyline, of course, but that's what's coming through. So that's what Spirit is showing me. But they're saying that you were following your intuition when it came to you feeling the distance. You felt that this person was acting a little bit different. You felt disconnected. You felt the connection wasn't as um, mutual anymore. And this could have been you making a decision to separate because of this person being very inconsistent, hot and cold. Can you show me why the feminine was in this energy of intuition? Single man, let me, and husband. Ooh, okay. That pilot card had some tea, but let's let them move around a little bit. Okay, overthinking. So these are faced up. These were faced up. Yeah. So someone was overthinking a rejection, or again, because of their overthinking, everything that you did or said, they perceived as a rejection, or vice versa. Okay. Or there was a rejection and someone cannot stop thinking about it. Because the three cards that came out is kind of basically saying why this person has been distanced, why this person haven't taken any action, why is this person acting funny, is basically what this is trying to explain. And what Spirit had told me when I sat down and got ready for this collective message, the message that came through was they didn't think that you loved them. They didn't think that you were that you cared as much as you did, that you loved them, or that you that there was some sort of doubts that they felt, and this was because of the way you interacted with them. You may have been the insecure one. You may have been the one that was kind of cautious or had trust issues. But however way you interacted with this person, I don't think it would matter if you ripped your heart out and put it on a platter and handed it to them. I think that they had previous experiences. And I feel like there could be a mirroring between both of you guys, but it just feels like there was a previous experience that's making it very hard for them to feel lovable, or making it very hard for them to trust. Because maybe they had a situation where someone, they believed someone really loved them, and then they found out that that person was sleeping with other people and ended up getting pregnant, which is the ultimate betrayal, right? Can you imagine? And this could, and again, it could be reversed. This could have been something that happened to you. So we have stalemate. So right now that means that something's not moving, and the basis of that is avoidance, beloveds. Avoiding, and this is conflict with the Five of Swords. Yeah, see, someone thinks that the other person is manipulating them or trying to control them. But there's this intense push and pull attraction. There's this intense energy of wanting to possess the other person or feeling like the other person's theirs. This also equates to jealousy. So there could be extreme jealousy. One or both of you is really jealous. So you could be inclined to make assumptions. Jealous people tend to make assumptions, right? They may see you talking to someone, they may assume, oh shit, you smiled a little bit too hard at that fucking person. What was that about, right? So we have, judgment. So we have some sort of issue with judgment, or there is some sort of unfairness or even a legal matter connected to this situation. This card here, I need to clarify. I wanted to use the Kipper deck, but I can't seem to find it. Mm. And the reason I want to use the Kipper, what's these? Oh shit. I got like a bunch of cards that was on the side. It's interesting. No wonder this deck felt thin. A lot of the cards were like, yesterday when I was using my business deck, I noticed that it felt thin because a lot of the cards weren't in the deck. That's why. Let's use this. Let's see what Judge Legal Matter is about. Okay, trust. Yeah, judgment. Trusting your instincts. Yeah. So we have a good, judging someone's character, judging a situation, trusting your instincts. This is why Spirit is saying you were following your intuition about a particular situation. You were making judgments based off of your intuition, or there could have been a lack. There could have been you. It could be two things. It could be that you didn't trust your instincts, you didn't listen to your intuition, and you may have made a poor judgment, or you may have judged a situation based off of past experiences. And it could be reverse. It could be that's what they did. Instead of listening to their intuition, they were overthinking. They were thinking, "Oh shit, she's trying to play me, right? Oh, she's not all over me. She's not calling me all the time, or she's setting these boundaries that I don't like, right? I don't have control over her or him." And this is making someone feel uncomfortable. But I feel here that there was a judgment call made on this situation, because we do have the Two of Cups in reverse. Let's see who made this judgment call and why. Peace. Wow. Oh, yeah. So someone wants to come out of this distance. Someone wants to make peace with you. Someone realizes that you are the better option. So someone is listening to their intuition about you. So this could be interpreted as they now have clarity about the connection with you. They're now realizing that they made a poor judgment call. There is a disconnect here with another person, possibly. Someone is hurt because of this breakup. Someone's still hurt. Yeah, someone's still hurt because there was deception. See, this card here says on it, you are being asked to apply diplomacy and tact to a difficult situation. Yeah, someone is still hurt because someone deceived them, and they require some healing to get over it with the self-care card, or they are distancing themselves. I feel like you distance yourself because this person deceived you, right? Whoever this person is for you, male or female. And what I think that the person in question is doing is they're internalizing you setting boundaries, you moving on, or you protecting yourself, they're internalizing that as being rejected. So they're not taking accountability for some sort of action that they took. The mind games, the purposely holding back, the not being communicative, not being very open and vulnerable with you. You pull away. You go over there to do your own thing. You go over there to do self care, to do help healing, work on yourself, and they're internalizing it and they're feeling like you abandoned them, right? They're expecting you to just put up with their behavior, and I feel like you are trusting your intuition. And your intuition is saying, move forward because the situation is not balanced and fair for you because you're dealing with someone that is very conflicted or in ego, they're very jealous, or they're very um, they're in this energy of wanting to control a situation because of their own insecurities. They're projecting onto you as well. Um, Look, and I said they're projecting onto you. Look, so we have projections here. So we have, see, clinging. See, there's the doubts and insecurities that I was talking about, and there's the coldness because of it. They're very extremely codependent. They're stuck in this pattern of behavior. When you start to kind of exert independence, or you want to do your own thing, or you set boundaries, they get very insecure about that. They don't like it. So they become cold and distant. And then they project. Not only they're reflecting, they're thinking, but they're also overthinking, and they could be projecting um, because of, again, their insecurities. And again, they're repressing, they're not speaking, they're not speaking up, they're regretting, they're self-loathing because now they're going through this process of blame. So it's like they go through guilt and regret. They do things and then they regret it later. And then we have structure. So now they want to make things work. They want to rebuild, they want to communicate, but they're conflicted on how to do that. They're conflicted. Some of you guys, they're in another relationship and they're regretting because there's conflict between them and a new person. It's not working out the way they thought it would. They thought that that was a better situation for them, so they made a bad judgment call on that. Why does this person feel unloved? Yeah, see? Rejection. They feel rejected. And this card actually flipped up. So the obstacle is that they can't get past the rejection. They haven't healed yet. And this rejection doesn't, this imprint was already there before you, beloved. So just understand that. And again, this could be from your point of view. You may have been hurt multiple times. So it's hard for you to recognize when someone is trying to genuinely love you. And a lot of times, some of us can push people away. We could be triggered and we can misinterpret certain things and we can internalize certain things. So Spirit wants you to identify whether um, I want to say, because I was about to make this statement as if I was referring to you. If if this is you feeling this sense of rejection, feeling abandoned, they want you to look at it from this other person's perspective in a way, because I do feel a strong sense of mirroring. I feel like you both feel rejected by each other. And I feel like there is kind of like a veil that's preventing you guys from being able to come together and meet common ground, meet in the middle. Because I feel like you both, your perspectives are skewed. Like you could be the most loving person to this person in question. You could have been very patient with them. You could have been very giving to them. But there's something that is triggering them about you and about the interaction with you. And I'm not sure if it's the way you're communicating with this person. I don't know if it's the way you're exerting your boundaries with this person. There's something that is really triggering them to make them feel a lot of fear when it comes to loving you and becoming vulnerable. Trust. Yeah, they're deeply, so the problem is trust issues. They don't trust, they can't trust the connection just yet. Why? secrets. So they think that you have secrets. This card wants to come out, drug and not. So they have addictions too. So they feel like you have secrets. They feel like you're hiding something. They could be hiding something as well. So these two, freedom. Yeah, see, when I see, this is them. This is you exerting independence from them. This could be reminding them of their ex, or if they're the ones with the secrets, this would be that they need to free themselves from a past situation. There is an ex that kind of has a hold on them, whether it be physically, maybe they're still dealing with this person, or it could be mental, it could be emotional attachment to another person. Let's get a few more cards. I'm going to move on to the extended for this. If you resonate with this message, you can purchase or rent the extended on my website, or you can book a personal reading, because this seems very intricate. Because I do feel lessons on Mars. Yeah, someone thinks that you're still dealing with your ex, okay, or vice versa. That's basically what it is. There's this fear that you're still dealing with someone from your past, or someone's just not over an ex or over what an ex did, right? Like, my ex left me for another person. My ex got pregnant by another man, or my ex was slept with my brother, whatever. Someone is just not over it. So they have deep trust issues. Someone thinks that if the ex comes back around, that they're going to reconcile with that ex. Now, another thing that's coming through is that if this person did go to an ex, that's coming to an end, and they will try to reinitiate a relationship with you. But I see you being in this energy of avoidance. And I think it's because it took this person too long to reinitiate or to make it right. If that makes sense. I think that there has been this long period of time that took place, and I think that immediately after the situation, there would have been a higher chance for them to reconnect with you. But I think that there has been so much distance between you and this person that I'm not going to say that you don't feel the same, but I do feel like the interest to reinvest, to fix it, has diminished. I don't think that or this could be their thought process. They don't think that they're capable of fixing it. So there could be this thought process where someone just feels like it's too late, you know. So let's get some dialogue, and then I'll move on to the extended. Once again, it's going to take me 10 to 15 minutes to record the extended, so just check back in. I'll leave a note in the comments when it is ready. So that's way too many. So this person just didn't feel like you loved them. They didn't feel like you really cared, which could just be a form of deflecting, or it could be a projection. Yeah, sometimes I stay awake thinking about you, which is the overthinking. I'm grateful for the spiritual lessons. So they are learning a lesson from this situation. The distance is really teaching them, right? Because they're not really happy with the distance, even though they're not speaking up. Maybe they haven't reached out. They're not happy with the distance. Okay, they're struggling with it. They're in their ego as well, and there is this fear of rejection still lingering. I left you before. See, I left you before you could leave me. And this is the self-sabotage energy. They're leaving you first, right? They could be making all these assumptions. They could be sabotaging the relationship before, they could be assuming the worst. So this is the energy of self-sabotage. I left you before you could even get a chance to leave me. Why do you feel like this person didn't love you? Why do you feel like this person didn't love you? It's time for me to heal. Yeah. Why do you feel like this person didn't love you? I'm afraid. I'm afraid to contact you. They don't like you don't. They feel like you don't love them anymore. Yeah, they know that they need to become a better. So they don't feel good about themselves. Um, they don't feel good enough because they know that they need to become a better person, or they're in the process of trying to become a better person. I wish I could take back my words. Yeah, they wish they could take back a lot of things. Final card. I look for you everywhere. Yeah, and I know I messed everything up. All right. So let's go into the extended. And in the extended, we're going to look at your person in more details. I'll ask how they feel, what they think about the connection. I'll look at the actions that they may or may not take. We'll look at blocks and obstacles, and then I'll give you guys the best possible outcome. Um, and when it might happen, okay, sometimes that does come up. We get like a broad time frame, okay? So if you're interested in seeing the extended, don't forget to check out the description box for the link. I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time to watch the video. Once again, if it resonated, please don't forget to hit that like button, and please share your comments with me. And please subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.